Hey guys, it's Magic again. Just here to let you know that we do need to grow to be fulfilled. Sometimes we have to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone to find happiness. Short-term happiness is, well, short-lived. We can do little things here and there to make ourselves happy, make certain actions, buy certain things, but in the end, it's not going to make us happy. We need to grow and find ourselves as a person first, figure out who we are, and then grow as a person before we can find happiness, even if that means that we have to step outside the comfort zone and do things that make us uncomfortable. We have to do things that we can fail at so we can learn from them. Because if we don't ever do things that we can fail at, then we will never grow. The only way to get better or to learn to do something new or to do anything is to try. And the first time you try anything, you're probably going to fail. It's just life. But that's okay, because you learn from those mistakes and you get better. And if you did it once and you didn't die, then you can do it again. We have to learn from the mistakes and add those mistakes to our toolbox so we can get better. If you are not growing, then what I have found is that you'll feel like you're dying inside. Because I know that with me personally, I constantly feel hollow, like I'm not ever going to get better. I constantly feel like internally I'm dying. Now granted, there's the thing of, well, we're living, so of course we're dying, because we all gotta die someday, but I don't ever really feel alive. And so that's why I've started this self-growth journey, was try to feel better, to, improve myself, to find the things that make me happy again, so I can get to a point where I don't feel this way all the time anymore. And I think that it's working. I mean, the little things that I've done so far have started to help me feel better. They have. And there are more moments of happiness. I do still get my depression, but it's not as bad. If you want to change somebody else, you have to start with changing yourself. Because if you're in a relationship and you're unhappy and you start to get better, eventually that other person's going to do one of two things. They're either going to pull away from you because they cannot stand to see where you're at, and they're going to get hostile and they're not going to want to deal with it because they don't themselves want to do it, or they're going to realize that there is more than what they're living for, and then they're going to. You can't do it for them. You have to do it for yourself. You can't do something to help somebody else unless you're willing to do it for yourself. You can't love someone else till you love yourself. You can't be there for someone else until you're there for yourself. Keep your promises to yourself. Work on yourself. Make yourself better, and the rest will follow. And don't care what other people think about your development. Don't care what other people think about your growth, because other people will hate. Whether you're doing good or bad, they're going to hate on you. And honestly, a lot of the hate, whenever you're doing things to help yourself or that make you feel better, that make you feel guilty for doing the things that you want to do because it makes you feel like you're being selfish, is because they're upset because they don't have the courage to do it themselves. A lot of the time we judge other people because we are too scared to do the thing that they're doing. Or we don't want to admit that we are doing the same thing, or we want to prove that we're better in some way. And that's not true. We're all equal here. And in the end, judgment gets you nowhere anyway. And if you're doing what makes you feel good and you're doing what's best for you, then who cares what they think? Who cares what they have to say about it? Because they're not you. They're not the one that's going to get to the end of their life and regret not doing what you're doing now. You will. So go ahead and do it. Do what makes you feel best. And sometimes though, people will try to stop you because they're scared that you'll get hurt if you continue down that path, because sometimes our dreams are big and they're like, oh, well, if you fail, you're going to be hurt. But without failure, there is no growth. Without failure, there is no learning. Without failure, we can't succeed. Alright guys, well, that's it for this video. Just remember, keep growing and push yourself out of your comfort zone so you can make a mistake and learn from it. Push yourself to succeed today and go out and spread the love, okay?